Thank you for joining our presentation on protecting your building. First, let's make sure you're in the right place to invest the next 10 minutes of your time. To get you in the right frame of mind, let's try a scenario. Like every year before, the boss has just told you that they're looking for another cut in operating costs. And no, you won't get the capital to replace the roof that you've been patching for the last few years. Sound familiar? In the next few minutes, we'll equip you with information that may be new for you, but will help you make more informed, better decisions on facility management. This presentation addresses some poor and very common beliefs in commercial low-slope roofing that need to be exposed and corrected. And you just might find the savings the boss is looking for, not only this year, but for several years to come. It should come as no surprise that buildings fail from the top down. Roofs always are the first to go. Over time, weather and gravity combine their worst forces to bring the structure to the ground. Once the roofing envelope is compromised, deterioration and many other damaging actions are set in motion. Water that penetrates a roofing system has consequences that are not fully recognized or respected. The most immediate and generally most costly hidden expense is increased energy costs for heating and cooling. Waterlogged roofing materials are terrible insulators. In fact, they're very efficient conductors of energy and consumers of your dollars. In terms of heat exchange, a wet roofing system can have twice the heat transfer rate versus a dry roofing system. Insulating value is cut in half. Your money is literally going through the roof. Other hidden costs. Water induces other longer-term problems that also are expensive. Rusting of metals, delamination of composite materials, decomposition, propagation of molds, and discoloration of surfaces. Over time, these will take the building out of service, or at least demand major renovations. Okay, those were the hidden costs. How about the more conspicuous costs? Lost inventory? Or worse yet, defective or damaged products getting shipped to your customers. Other possibilities include general business interruption or personal injury resulting from a leak. That can lead to lost workdays or even possible lawsuits stemming from those injuries. Then there's the possibility of equipment damage and repair costs that aren't covered by your warranty. Given we know the enemy, water, and we know that both the visible and hidden costs can be very expensive, why then is keeping a building dry such a challenge? Why do so many roofs fail prematurely, thereby causing enormous expense in repair and maintenance? Are owners getting their money's worth? In a high percentage of cases, they're not. There are two major reasons for having a roof that underperforms. First, in many cases, a building owner will abdicate the roofing decision to a contractor, consultant, or architect. Most of the time, the building owner will get good advice, but sometimes not. A second and definite growing trend is for the building owner to use the warranty length as the main factor in the decision process, thinking that a piece of paper will keep their building dry. Let's first address the poor advice issue. As stated, most contractors, consultants, and architects provide very good recommendations. But sometimes one of those entities, with good intentions, recommends a system out of habit and their past good experience. This certainly is understandable. However, there isn't one roofing system that's great for all environments. Therefore, as an owner, even if you hire a third party to help you, it's in your best interest to get involved in the decision-making process. At least do one thing. Have them take you to a few roofs in the same environment as your building. See for yourself the performance of different roofing systems that have experienced similar UV exposure, temperature, wind, hail, roof traffic, slope, and ponding water that your roof may also experience. Make sure to see roofs that have lasted as long as you expect your roof to last. Now let's talk in more detail about warranties and why purchasing a roof based on its warranty is ill-advised. Let's start that discussion with a question. Why do warranties exist? Unfortunately, warranties aren't written to protect you. Their primary purpose is to protect the manufacturing contractor. In addition, every warranty includes the word limited, which further protects the manufacturing contractor. So let's build on the term limited. If you read your warranty, you'll notice that there are some exclusions. All warranties have exclusions, and many are in the fine print. Did you know that some warranties go so far as to have exclusions for ponding water, the very basic element from which your roof protects your building? Other exclusions could include covering winds only up to 39 miles per hour. Exclusion of hail also is typical in the standard warranty, yet the majority of locations in the U.S. are exposed to hail every year. You'll also find exclusions for chemical damage. The simple fact is, chemicals can attack your roof even if your building isn't producing them. For example, nearby restaurants emit food greases that can destroy the integrity of your roof. Winds can carry harsh chemicals from nearby factories and airports that will eventually cause your roof to fail. You must arm yourself with knowledge and read the fine print. By doing so, over the life of your roof, you could save a lot of money in maintenance and replacement costs. Of course, the manufacturer will honor a product warranty, even long-term, provided it's not a warranty exclusion, but only if you've met the stringent conditions on inspection and maintenance. When a failure occurs, the manufacturer is obligated to ask certain questions to protect themselves. Was the damage a result of a product defect? Was the failure due to product failure or abuse? And who has to prove why the failure occurred? You do. Unfortunately, the claim comes after the roof has failed and the hidden consequential damages have been initiated. Even if your warranty covers the repair, the roofing envelope has already been breached, and the deterioration of the structure has already begun and the costs have started to mount. As time has progressed, it seems that warranties have turned into another marketing tool. This raises some interesting points. For example, how can a roofing product that's been on the market for only a few years have a warranty that protects you for 30 years? Further, there are manufacturers that promote their brand as being in the market for X number of years. Many of those manufacturers have been forced to change the basic chemical formulas and structure of their products, nullifying any claims of long-term performance. So, why do some manufacturers play this numbers game? Well, it's simple. It's a marketing tool to get your business. And here's an interesting question on warranties. In 10 years, who of the decision-making team will be available or in the right position to execute a claim on the manufacturer? Where does one even start to find the paperwork? It's not likely to happen. The warranty most often proves to be an empty promise. In summary, please do not buy a roof on the grounds that the warranty will keep your building dry. A piece of paper will not stop damage to your roof. And be sure to read the fine print. Each warranty is very different in their terms and conditions. So, how do owners make a well-founded buying decision? How do owners ensure a long life for their buildings by buying and sustaining a dry roof? The answer lies in a simple formula that's not commonly used. Installed cost of system chosen plus cost of maintenance over the expected life equals life cycle cost before energy usage impact. And the expected life isn't the warranty period, it's the years of proven integrity. The only way you can know with a high level of certainty that a roof has proven integrity is to visit a couple of roofs in your environment. Let's now look at some real numbers from third-party experts, not from marketing pieces. These are the average life cycle costs of popular roofing systems before the impact of energy is factored in. These figures are based on a 100,000 square foot office building. Going from left to right, the first column simply lists the system type. Column number 2 is the average expected service life based on historical performance. Column number 3 is the average installed cost in the U.S., which is followed by column number 4, the average expected maintenance costs, again based on historical performance. Note, under the maintenance number in parentheses, we've listed the average annual cost. Column number 5 totals the installation and maintenance costs. Lastly, we averaged those costs over the expected roof life and listed the average annual total cost in the last column. Now, I'll pause for 15 seconds so you can look at some of these numbers. Note that the majority of assumptions behind these numbers are from the Carl Cash study, which most industry experts position as the most extensive roofing material research. This survey data was then supplemented with interviews from other leading roofing consultants. Ask a FiberTite technical representative for the supporting documentation. Note that this chart doesn't factor in energy usage. We'll cover that on the next page. This chart shows the total installed and maintenance cost per year from the previous chart, and now adds in the cost of energy to heat and cool the building. We used Cleveland, Ohio for energy costs. Right away, you'll notice there's about a $10,000 difference in energy costs between black and white roofs. Black roofs in this example are built up, EPDM, and modified bitumen. White roofs are TPO, PVC, and KEE. The black roofs can be coated white, or in the case of built-up roofs and modified bitumen, you can add a white cap sheet. Doing so adds a significant installation cost increase. Furthermore, in many cases, the white cap sheets don't have the same energy savings as the TPO, PVC, and KEE white membrane roofs. So you can review the numbers. I'll pause again. Sources for the energy dollars include the Department of Energy and other third-party data. The late, highly respected roofing consultant C.G. Cash may have said it best, quote, "The only rational procedure for selecting a roofing system is its past performance on the roof in the same climate as the new project," unquote. Now, our advertisement. FiberTite, 31 years and counting, the same core formula in some of the toughest UV, wind, hail, and chemical environments in the U.S. In closing, the life cycle cost tables that we displayed were generated from a life cycle calculator that was developed predominantly from industry and government data. It allows you to input your own variables and do your own comparative analysis. To receive your life cycle cost calculator, or if you're interested in a free roof evaluation, would like to visit a 20-plus-year-old FiberTite roof, or want to receive product samples, call 1-800-927-8578, extension 5953. Thank you very much for your time. We hope we've helped you.